Hey guys, it's Shah here, the Tech Borg, and today's video is going to be a challenge video. And today's challenge is define a function which can generate and print a list where the values are square of numbers between 1 and 20, both included. So now, well, we have to define a function, right? Because it says define a function. So define square numbers, yes, and then you want to close the brackets, okay. And then, first of all, you need to create the list. So the list, actually you can't call it list, let's call it as in numbers. Let's put some square brackets so that it carries that list. So then you want to do a for loop, of course, because you want it to loop a certain number of times, and we know this is the best way. So for, I don't know, I'll call it x in range, and then you want to use 1 to 21, because remember 20 is not included if you put 20 in the range, so like that. And then num.append, and then num.append x squared, and to do squared you just do x times 2. This is the way of writing squared. If you want to do it cubed, you just put 3, etc. Okay, and then you want to do print, you want to print num, because that's your list. And then if we run square numbers, save this. So if I just save it as lists. Okay, and if we run this now, okay, so as you can see, it's printed out every single square number from 1 to 20, and the program's working, but it seems awfully short, doesn't it? Yeah, so I'll go over it step by step so you can understand it better. So let's do it again. So what we've done first of all is, the program needs to have a define function, because it says define a function which can generate. Okay, so that's the first step. So we define the function, and we call the function a suitable name, which is square numbers. Then you need it to print a list where the values are square numbers. So to actually get the list, you have to make the list in the first place. So as you can see, we've called it num is equal to square brackets. The square brackets are essential, as I'm sure, in Python, and due to its syntax. So square brackets must. And then you've got for x in range. So what we've done now is we've realized we want everything from 1 to 20. And as I was saying, it has to include 20 as well, so we put in 21 in the range. And we know for loops are useful because we can limit the number of times it loops simply, rather than using a while loop where you have to introduce a variable and say when it reaches 20 or 21, then you stop. Rather, you just have a range. So for x, where x is our number that we're squaring, in range 1 to 21, so the first number applies 1, we square that, 2, square that, 3, square that. And all these numbers squared would be saved in these brackets, and then, or at least in the list or brackets, and then when they're saved in the list, we can print them out as just by calling them. So print, and then we just call the list num, and then we have to call the actual define function for it to run. If I don't call it, it won't run. So I'll show you. So if I remove this, save it, and then run, nothing should happen. Nothing happened. So do make sure to call your define function to make sure it runs. As you can see, it's working fine. So we've got everything that we need, and it's good to go. That's really it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and like, comment, subscribe.